channel. We're still in the woods. We're just in the middle of a giant Bermuda field in the middle of the woods. Got a pipe tobacco review for you today. We're looking at this. An American classic, Velvet. Got a pipe packed here. This is a Missouri Meerschaum Let Freedom Ring pipe. Rusticated. It's the only blend I've ever smoked in here is Velvet. So I already got the pipe pack, but I'm going to open this pouch right here for you and give you a fresh pouch gun. So this is put out by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. Made in Denmark, imported by Scandinavian Tobacco Group. This has got a date. I don't see. It's got some numbers. I'm not sure if that's the date. It looks like a product code or something. I love pouch tobaccos. Just the feel of them. Yep, that's Velvet. It smells so good fresh out of the pouch. It smells like I get raisins. I get nuts. Just a tad bit of like brown sugar. And then like liquor. It's a liquor smell. It's really pretty moist. You know, for a pouch tobacco. See if I'll get a look at it there. See that? There it is. It's pretty chunky. It's a chunky blend. It's a rough cut. It's called coarse cut. Yeah, I get raisins and nuts. Very nice. It's soft and it's subtle. It smells old-timey too. There's like almost a vintage smell to this. I like it. I like it a lot. So we'll fire this up. We'll talk about the blend. I'll tell you a little bit about Velvet. I'll tell you how it tastes, sort of how it makes me feel. So what I did, I worked through the morning. I went home for dinner. I ate my dinner, packed this pipe, and brought it back, and this Velvet is going to get me through the afternoon. So here we go. Nice, soft, burley taste. This that I'm smoking, I've had in a tin since last, I think, July. So it's got some age on it, but it's aging really good. Yeah, really comfortable, really familiar. Burley, raisins, some nuts. It's so nice and comfortable. easy. This has always a long time been heralded as America's smoothest smoke. And that might be true. So it's put up by STG, Scandinavian Tobacco Group, blended by Lane. Straight burley, and the burley is sun ripened the natural way. That's what they say. If you've ever had sun-ripened tomatoes, it's kind of got that taste. I don't know how they do that, but it does. It tastes sun-ripened. I don't know. It's got like it's been sitting outside and the sun has baked it dry. It's got that taste. It tastes natural. Flavorings: alcohol and liquor. It does taste kind of alcoholic. It tastes alcoholic in the kind of way that these old school sort of OTC blends do. Seems like they taste a lot of those blends with alcohol and liquor. It's got that taste, sort of like just a cool, almost alcoholic mouthfeel. It's got that. Coarse cut, and it's chunky and thick. It's one of those blends, old school like that too, chunky and thick like granola. But it's not hard to work with or anything. From packing to lighting to smoking, all of it is simple. It's easy to work with. In the 1.5 ounce pouch, this 7 ounce tin, 12 ounce tin. It's always available. It's very cheap. As of the recording of this presentation, it's like under $5 a pouch. American blend. So it was originally made by the Pinkerton Company in the early 1900s. That's how long this blend has been around. The early 1900s. They originally developed it in Owensboro, Kentucky. And the burleys in this are from Kentucky. The Kentucky burleys. Yeah. You know, depending on your age, this is what your grandpa smoked. This is what your great grandpa smoked. And he was happy with it. Simple blend for simple times and for simple guys, simple pop smokers. Sometimes I think if you took a guy who back in the day this was all he smoked and this is what he liked and this is all he had really ever smoked, and you gave him out of the blue something like plum pudding or Drucker and Sons Loch Ness or something like that, one of these blends that's really complex, he may not like it. It might be too much for him. It might blow. It would probably blow his socks off. It would be very complex. Sometimes those blends are complex to me. But we're in an age where our blends have several different kinds of wheat, and you could have several variations of that wheat. So very complex blends we can get nowadays. This blend is from a time when this was kind of the standard. Straightforward, simple. Go. At one time, this was touted as pipe and cigarette tobacco, you know, rolling tobacco. And I think the reason for that is, I think what happened was they never meant for it to be cigarette tobacco, but in World War I, the guys that pipe smoking itself wasn't ideal in the trenches. It was just, it wasn't really feasible. The trenches were wet, they were dirty, they were dusty, they were very busy, a lot of up and down, and it was difficult to find somewhere to, you know, break up and pack your pipe and all this. And so what the guys started doing is rolling this tobacco into paper and smoking a quick cigarette, and that was easier for them. Also, it was difficult to hold on to your pipes at that time. Guys, I bet you broke a lot of their pipes. They were in their packs, they were in their sacks, they were in their pockets, and when you're fighting, man, you're doing a lot of rolling around and jumping around and running and dodging and stuff, rolling, and so they broke their pipes a lot. And that's why they took to rolling it into paper and smoking it that way in the trenches. Velvet took notice of that, and they started saying, advertising it that way, hey, this is good for pipe and cigarettes if you want to do that. But I think once the war was over and the guys came home and they picked up their pipes again, Velvet eventually dropped that tagline, and I'm glad they did, because this is not cigarette tobacco. This has a true pipe tobacco taste. It's got that taste and that smell that is just old school. Been around a long time. I love this little Meerschaum pipe. Let Freedom Rings, the model. This is the first rusticated cob I've ever had. All the other ones I've purchased and that I smoke are smooth. And all that means is they take them, when they're like this, they take them and paint them down with plaster, and it smooths them out, makes them look a little nicer. But I like the way this one feels. It's rusticated. It feels cool in my hand. It smooths velvet great. I feel like a lot of guys back in time have used velvet to get them through their day, you know. It's been smoked a lot of times. There's been many a bowl of velvet smoked in the American farming fields and American mechanic shops and construction sites all across the country, you know, for a long time. Those guys, back in the day, they built this country with their hands, where they worked hard, and they used velvet to get them through the day. Or they look forward to a bowl of velvet at the end of the day. So you can, in a way, you can kind of say that velvet helped to build this country. There's no bite. I don't feel like it could bite me at all, no matter how hard I puffed it. It's very nice, easy-going tobacco. back last year. Me and my wife had gone shopping, and we were out late. And we came home late. It was like we got home and it was like 11 o'clock. And we had all the stuff. I think we may have done Christmas shopping. Some Christmas shopping. We had all the stuff we bought laid out on the table there, on the dining room table. And I sat down at the table and I had some of this tobacco. I said, I'll fire up a bowl of Velvet. And I did. And it was raining. And it was thundering a little bit. It was late at night. We had a good shopping trip. We both sat at the table, sort of talked about how fun the day was. I puffed on this. It was raining outside. Light rumble of thunder. It was very nice. It was very pleasant. And I sat there, and for the first time smoking this, I had a Nirvana smoke, and it was great. And it pretty much made me a Velvet fan from right there. And not every smoke I've had has been a Nirvana smoke with this blend. You know, they're special. But I have enjoyed every smoke. There used to be a channel on YouTube called the Artful Codger Pot Smoking Channel. Great channel. And his favorite blend, the guy that ran that channel, his favorite blend was Velvet. And he thought a lot of it, and he made a really cool the history of Velvet video. And I don't think it's up anymore, but it was a really neat video about the history of this blend. And that was his favorite blend. He smoked it on the reg. Yeah. Raisins, nuts, a bit of earthy, burley tobacco taste. It's got that soda shop, antique store, just old school feel. Yeah. An American blend and an American corn cob pipe. It's a good combination. Yep, this is put out by STG, Scandinavian Tobacco Group, and shoot, you know, it seems that those guys, they take over a lot of blends that may have died, may have went away forever, and STG, the Scandinavian Tobacco Group, has taken them over and keeps putting them out, and that's pretty cool. I would be interested to know how a blend changes when STG takes it over compared to how it was before, you know, what they do differently, or if it changes at all. It's the only version I've ever had of Velvet. But I feel like, how can you mess up a blend this simple, a blend this old? Yep. If you're a pipe smoker, for the price and the history, this is worth a try. Thank y'all so much for watching this presentation. I really appreciate it. Feel free to drop a comment. I'd love to know what you think about Velvet. If you smoke it or if it's one of your blends, let me know what you think about it. Subscribe to the channel. Like this content if you dig it. And if you don't mind, tell some more pipe smokers about this channel. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. See y'all next time.